to Conan Exiles Chapter 3, The Age of War. Now this chapter brought a host of brand new things, including being able to build your own tavern and have people visit you, being able to build in the brand new enchanting Azir set, which is absolutely stunning and beautiful. I gotta admit, I really like these skylights and so much more with this set, but what about the actual chapter? Well, we've had a little talk about the bar, but let's have a look inside, shall we? So this chapter also brings upon the tavern. So our tavern keeper is right at the end here, and you can see our lovely bar is full of people wanting to get a good old drink. You find this lady in the purge. It could be any level of purge. You could do level 1 or whatever you like. But if you get her and you bring her here, she will run a tavern for you, or he will run a tavern for you, and you can enlist contracts and all sorts. So at the moment I don't have any available, but you can get Isscar the Sellsword coming up in here that you can hire out, and he will help trade stuff with you as well. We can also have a chat with the barkeep, and she will sell us drink items and food in exchange for gold, which you can get via doing numerous activities on the exiled lands or Subter. And if we go into the bar, you could also spend money on contracting people out. So people will turn up whenever they like at your bar, as long as you've got seating. And sometimes you can contract them out, so you can get from T1 to T4 thralls turning up at your bar, or well, NPCs, you know, and you can hire them out if you'd like to and take them as your own, and that is a permanent thing you could contract them for. There's also quite a few random people in here as well that just want to come and chill and vibe, and it makes the game feel so alive having all of these people come up to your bar and just chill out. So make sure you got plenty of seating, because you're definitely going to need this for this feature, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of, by the way, in the future, because it's just so good, man. One of the biggest features in Chapter 3 is the PVE Sieges, which you just heard. Trigger behind me, full of enemies and baddies that you need to defeat to be able to get the treasure. You can find this at Almaria, and yeah, you might die quite a few times. That's all part of the fun, right? Sneak your way in, find items that help you break in, and bash down those gate doors to get the loot inside. Just remember, you won't be alone, because there are plenty of very angry Stygians in this fortress that are gonna give you a run for your money. And I mean plenty of. There are tons of these angry people running around the place, and you're gonna have to make sure that you get rid of them to be able to get to the main loot in the fortress, which you can always use some other options for. You can also choose to launch trebuchets straight into their base, which is amazing. Causes a very explosive effect, and we could get to the treasure room right away from a distance. We just have to be careful of rogue animals and Stygians that might come and try and stop us blowing into their fortress from a safe distance away. Just make sure you got the ammunition and the firepower to be able to pull off such a feat. Here we go. Oh, that's so satisfying. I'm gonna keep hitting until we get a hole in the building. I think that would be amazing. Pieces are flying off the building. Give it another one. I see some holes. Oh, yes. Come on. That's the beauty with these mirages, because they do burn still, and the building can crumble afterwards, which I see more bits falling off the fortress, which is amazing. Right, another one. In we go. Oh! See, this is just so entertaining, just doing this as a fortress to myself. Like, more bits falling off as well. We're gonna have to go and assess the damage up there and see if we're broken into the boss room. I believe this to be the boss room, otherwise that is going to be mega embarrassing on my part. But I feel like we're sufficiently ruining his day, which is exactly what we want, Exiles. Oh, I see running around in there. We have a massive hole inside of there. That's absolutely beautiful. Let me make it bigger. Just coming to assess the damage as well. We blasted a massive hole in the top, and we actually did break into the boss chamber. He is right down there, looking really unamused at what I just did to his whole entire base, because we've just broken a full way in from over there. So quite impressive if I do say so myself. We have blasted straight into the boss room from this angle right here, so beautiful. Or you could always find explosives laying around the place. This guy talks way too much for my liking. Let's remove the final doors to get into the boss chamber. Oh, there we go. It's crisping up a bit down here. Oh, hello. It's the boss. He has come down to see what is going on himself. He's like, nah, don't want none of this. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, maybe I do. He's juking me. He's giving me trouble. I see you. We'll fight down here then. Suit yourself, Mr. Boss Man. See, he's going to give us a run for our money. He's going to be like, nah, I'm going to protect this castle to the very end. And I'm still probably going to steal your stuff later tonight when I wake up again, or maybe not. Let's see. There we go, and he is down for the count. Now, if we do have a little look-see here, you'll be able to see that you get some pretty decent loot from these bosses as well. Like, you could grind down some of this stuff, and it will give really nice resources or whatever else. But that's not the only loot that comes to this kind of thing. Just give me a sec, because I believe there's some very naughty orb throws in here that didn't come down with the whole chaos that was going on. So, oh, if I can aim right. Ow, he had to get a nice hit in there, didn't he? Off you go. Off you go. Right, there we go. If you can get rid of everything in this room, the whole thing will complete. And unfortunately, you can't sit on the throne. I mean, come on, Conan, I want to sit on the throne. You get a lot of nice loot, and you could get scrolls in here that give you different recipes and tons of gold. I think it's just a really fun event to do, to be honest, just to have a little crack at it and take on different strategies to see what you can do here. But it's something to do, you know, it's something you can play around with and have a bit of fun with, so it's definitely a good one in my books. And I really look forward to seeing what comes of this in the future. Like, they mentioned on DevStream about something about someone's Scepter or something like that we might see in the future, and you know what, I would love to see that in the future on Scepter, or even just some additions further on the game, because the general concept of this siege castle was just so fun. I love it. I want to see more, and hopefully we will in the future, but who knows. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this whole concept. I think it's really exciting, and I look forward to seeing much more in the future when it comes to these mechanics. In chapter 3, we also can't forget about the Camel, a brand new mount brought into Conan Exiles for the winter holidays. This thing is awesome. I love the Camel. It has extra slots in its backpack, making it even more useful for carrying things around the exiled lands. So if you can get your hands on one of these, it will be amazing to have a ride around on, and they feel just really good to move around. I am enjoying the Camel a lot. I like that it can carry extra items. It might not sound like much when I just say that, but it really does matter when playing the game itself compared to a horse and all that. It's amazing to be able to carry like double the amount of slots on this thing. So yeah, Camel gets a big tick mark from me. Plus it's a thing that's been wanted for many years, so it's really nice for seeing it coming into the game right now. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool features in chapter 3, and let's not forget there are some extra bits you can add on top if you like to decorate and have new things with the awesome Battle Pass, of course, which I really do like the model of this Battle Pass when it comes to Conan Exiles, because if you didn't know, you can, if you fully complete the Battle Pass every time, and enough coins to buy the next Battle Pass every single time. So you could go ahead and do that, get some cool items, and get new armor every 3 months or 4 months or so, and you can get some new stuff for your arsenal, weapons, paints, cheese wheels even, just a lot of stuff like that. If you're interested in seeing more about the Battle Pass this season as well, I literally just made a video all about the brand new items that this Battle Pass adds in, and the next few days I'll be showing a few videos over some of the bizarre stuff that has released, so that you can have a look before you decide you want to buy and all of that stuff. So it's a nice little overview, you can have a view at it, and I really like doing these videos because it enables you to see it in a better detail, I find. So that's always a massive plus. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. I'll probably pop it up in the cards in the right, I believe, of the video. Yeah, one of those. And to go over some of the extra bits of the barkeep, if you haven't already, of course you get it from a purge. This can be a level 1 purge, it could be a level 2, it could be a level 10, it can be any purge you like. It is pretty much RNG if one of these turn up, but you should be able to grind out level 1 purges to be able to get a barkeep to show up. And you can learn tavern building and stuff from them, and they follow you home to your bar that you'll have built, and you can move them behind the bar, and that's the idea. You have to make sure you keep them safe on the way home though, otherwise they could be in a spot of trouble, so you may want to consider having the perk which allows you to have 2 thralls following you, but that's completely up to you, because if you do a purge, you're bound to be kind of near your base anyway, so it'll probably be decently safe. But either way, you'll craft one of these taverns with some wood and iron reinforcements, and you'll be able to pop it down wherever you like. It does have quite a big radius on it, so be careful where you put it in the base. Otherwise, you know, it might be a little harder for thralls to get inside and chill out in your base, or just general NPCs and have a good time at your bar. And I did find Isscar the Sellsword. Yes, I found him in the end. He popped up in the contracts. And pretty much this is the guy you can have a chat with. You can make him come over to the bar. He'll take a few minutes to show up and walk his way over. But you can literally ask the bar to hire this guy out, and he'll give you some bits and bobs that he found around the world. He's a good old trader in that way, and I really do want to see more traders on this list, so fingers crossed in the future, maybe chapter 4, maybe a brand new age, that we see more people get put into the system that we can, well, you know, contract out to the bar and trade stuff with. I would even be happy if we could just trade with general people, so you know, the traders you see in Set City, or if you go to, you know, a friendly village or something like that, you can see traders and talk to them and exchange with them and all sorts like that. I would want to see this with this. Maybe put them in here to come here as well, or maybe have some more unique people turn up to the door and trade away with you different bits and bobs. Maybe some bits for the purge, maybe some bits just to help with farming or building and things like that, or maybe even cooking. You know, you could do so much with this. So yeah, any purge you like will get the barkeep, and then you'll be able to start your taverner's journey. And you gotta make sure you make a really awesome bar with it as well. You can't not make a awesome tavern to go with this whole shebang, right? That can't be the case. And of course, because of the battle pass we talked about and some of the new stuff coming in this time round, you can really decorate out yourself a proper bar. That and Conan has honestly some of the best decor items in all the games I play in survival. Conan's one of the most impressive decoration games ever when it comes to decorating things, so you should be able to decorate your tavern quite extensively, even if you only have like base game stuff. There's a lot in the game that you can just use to deck things out with and make really cool builds with. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what taverns people build, what do they build their taverns out of, and what do they put inside of their taverns? You know, I can't wait to see that. You have to let me know in the comments down below if you've built yourself a tavern already, and if you have, what have you built it out of? What kind of material? I'm very curious. So for me, I definitely built mine out of Azir, and I did try mine in Nemedian as well. I've built a couple of taverns, you know, couldn't resist that kind of thing. And yeah, I just look forward to seeing all of that stuff and how creative people can be with this brand new update. So looking very forward to all of that. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video today. I'm gonna go back to sleep. And thank you for watching. I love you. And well, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.